absorb lots of unemployment, specifically for the criticalized area in Upper Egypt, which is contribute 60% of the total unemployment in Egypt. This is really important to target this area to accommodate all that such of unemployment. The first directions, which is coming to the north coast area, which we need to study the balancing of the distribution of the population in Egypt, target that area. And you know well that the portion as total area of Egypt, which is close to 1,200,000 kilometers, 40% or close to 41% is not just only the area of accommodated little bit. The rest of the area is not till now get the right distribution of the population across Egypt. Also the fifth direction, let's see the energy, the renewable energy. And you know well that Egypt is well going to suffering unless we have very strong basic plan for how to make the varieties of the energy in Egypt. And I think one of the main projects to Egypt that Egypt in regular annual basis looking for extra 1,000 megawatts in each 1,000 megawatt consumed $1 billion. This was not so easy to be available to the country and the forecast for the country unless we have alternatives, and we have multi types of the source of the energy inside the country. So we concentrate in the solar, we concentrate in the windmills, also we concentrate in the future nuclear power plants, and also we think about promising that we're back again to a treated coal to be used as a main process fuel in future power plants. I think all these varieties, all that projects have been settled, which is allowed to the investor, which is coming to the country with settled target, which matching with the country and the government's goals for future Egypt generations for continuous improved economy. And this is the demands for all the civilization in Egypt plan. We are looking for the sociality's balance. This society balance will help the people by one project add a value in the end of the day to the country, and this is overall the school work related.
And will attract also foreign currency.
Exactly.
Right.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just add the 2 points related to this channel, which is our main project, and the additional part of the main line of Suez Canal.
Right. General Halabi, the deadly attacks that are targeting northern Sinai and the security personnel day after day from time to time. Do you think that these terrorist operations against our military personnel and security personnel are coming in retaliation to the successful operations that are carried out against them every now and then?
Sure.
In that case, how can they be controlled?
Don't forget that there are foreign hands in these operations. We cannot ignore the regional players in the area which give a lot of help and support, maybe money, weapons, and maybe the plan for how to make the operation. In last operation we saw how many TNT in this attack, and it takes a lot of money, very tight plan, which this plan not out of the mind of the the people which they executed the operation themselves. So we cannot ignore the regional environment in this. But as I said before, we should not judge the whole war against terrorism by one or two operations, and this operation, for the time of this operation, like as Dr. Gamal said, I need to add one more point in addition to the economic conference. The last step in the map road, we are very close to the last step in the map road. By finishing this step, we already have a complete
parliamentary election?
Yes, the parliamentary election, we have finalized all the democratic process, and it will be an ideal example, not only for the region, for Egypt, but for the rest of the region.
Of course, they are still stumbling now.
Any country in the region, after maybe 2-3 years, whatever the time will be, need to make a good transformation for the situation to the final steps for democracy will take the Egyptian example to follow, and this will be a very good point for the region, but will be a very bad point for the big players, which they plan that the Middle East should
be dissected into parts,
divided to smaller states.
Right. Dr. Qalyoubi, all the efforts that President Sisi is injecting to overcome the foreign policy challenges that we all know after the ouster of the Brotherhood that was supported by the Western powers, Egypt managed really to regain its international profile and build on the recognition of the process of the political transformation. But there are still challenges that are taking place in our neighboring countries, very serious challenges. But with all the conflicts around, a key role stays for Egypt to take place in help resolving the escalation of those challenges and those conflicts. Even when Egypt is facing its most difficult domestic challenges, it still has to play a key role. Are you with that or against?
Certainly, yes. Personally, the lesson learned is very simple. If we try to evaluate the situation across the boundaries of Egypt, it's coming hot day by day. It is not stable anymore. But the thinking that's the most strong we are in the boundaries, the most concentration to do whatever we like. Polarization have been done by the presidential state very smart in terms of what? A lot of political analysis when we try to evaluate which situation that when we start the campaign of the presidential period, which had been started after the last election of presidential. We talk about how long periods we consume them. We talk about short periods. And if you try to evaluate the short periods, what kind of most serious and most effective necessary to build the country is very fast unless the people dealing with only one language. Whenever the strongest there, the most respected is supposed to be in place. And this is very simple. Do whatever you like to do. If you are strong, we respect you. Because it's not a matter of humanities, it's not a matter of human rights, it's a matter of the influences and the benefits between each country and the country to another country and the target for this country to another country. And this is the language had been understood well from the presidential state in the first beginning. We need to put our politicals in alternate faces. We need to put our ways in not one face like happened before. So we need to spread our sharing, our activities, and our responsibilities not only with one dealing. And sometimes in the past was dealing with only one face, which is the state. The benefit of the Middle East is maintaining the oil transportation, is maintaining the prices with that area. But in somehow we need to turn that switch to another alternative. And what we did, we put open multi-polarization of the politicals, which is influenced by Russian, by Chinese, European Union, a lot of things. Even the most strongest point, which is added value to our more strongest confidence that we are dealing in a roadmap well, that we have a good relation with our European countries, which is made of ideologies, is made languages, even in religion itself. So the power we got it now is try to adapt our future target, how to dealing with our challenges. And our challenges is how to make independency country can build the economy by themselves. We don't believe very much, and also myself. No country in the world can felt well the benefit of their peoples unless their people willing to do their economy and their balancing of living by themselves, not by some invasion or some invitation to build their economy by foreigners or by neighbors or by another money. Our money or our activities to get opportunities for across the world.
Well, that's very good, but there are other structural problems that are like, for example, implementing fiscal and monetary policies and facilities, reducing the budget deficit and minimizing energy subsidies and protecting the needy and lowering the inflation. These are challenges that should be addressed seriously by the government, and President Sisi stressed his confidence in the Egyptian economy and ability to be able to address these particular issues that come to the concern of any country who would like to develop its economy.
Certainly yes, but just addition for that one, like General said, we have been started by make stabilization for the country by vendors. Second, we try to go for a constitution, we succeed. We go for a presidential elections and we succeed to be elected in one direction. Third importance